There are 5 ways you can prepare in an economic collapse. Number 1, start now buying 5 canned goods or 5 items that you can prep with every time you go to the store.
Yeah.
Just 5. You don't have to go and spend $1,000 worth of stuff. Every time you go to the store, just go buy 5 extra things that you can have on hand. An extra bag of flour, sugar, extra canned goods, extra paper towels, extra whatever you need to stock up on. Just get 5 of those every time you go to the store. Learn a new skill. Learn how to fish, learn how to garden, learn how to make soap, learn how to sew a button on. Every week, figure out a new skill that you can learn and practice it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be something really complicated and hard.
No.
As simple as sewing on a button.
Yeah.
You know, that wouldn't take very much.
How to hang your clothes on the line. Guys, we have a video that most people don't know about that Mom did. It was one of our first videos. I think it was like the 5th video we did or something on how to hang clothes on the line.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jill Cooper from livingonadime.com. Today we're going to talk about hanging clothes on the line. It's a great way to save money, and you'll have fresh smelling clothes on top of that.
And it'll be much easier if you know how to do this stuff beforehand, just to automatically do it.
You can see that in the description below. I'll put the link for that. You are going to have to barter.
Yeah.
What do you have to barter? What skills are you good at? Are you a fix-it man? Are you a good cook?
Do you know how to sew?
Do you know how to sew? Do you know how to garden? Do you have space for chickens or a cow?
Do you have muscle that you can haul stuff, carry stuff for people?
Chop firewood. What skills do you have?
Medical.
That you could use for bartering? You know, we have a friend that just went to medical for nurses training and wasn't too sure if that was the right decision that they made or not. But later, now, I was like, you know, I think that may come in handy. I mean, that may come in really handy pretty quick, even though it's not something they particularly wanted to do for a career. It would
carpentry skills.
Yeah, any of those types of things. Gold. Guys, don't plan on gold and silver getting you out of a bind.
Gold won't be worth a whole lot to anybody. Food is what's going to be worth.
Exactly.
Water is.
How are you going to break up those gold pieces for a loaf of bread?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want to do that. So you need to have things like, I would rather have 100 pounds of flour than $100 in gold.
Yeah, especially during those times. And most people would too.
Yeah.
You know, or water tablets, you know, to do
bleach tablets.
Salt is going to be important. Spices, people would like to have spices, coffee, and that type of thing.
Yeah, the water purification tablets is what Mom was talking about, and I was talking about bleach, so we were kind of talking about 2 different things. But yeah, so those kinds of things are going to be super important. Do you have a water filtration system? Could you filter water for other people?
Yeah.
That would be very valuable.
Yeah.
For about a $50 or $60 investment right now, that could be really valuable.
What will people need then, and how can I fill that need?
Yep.
That's the answer to big business now even. You know, that's how you can succeed in business.
Back with learning the skills, learn how to cook. Get a good cookbook, like our Dining on a Dime cookbook. Guys, there is a reason why we have sold more than 500,000 copies of this. It has been continuously in print for 25 years. How many cookbooks can say that? Like Betty Crocker, Joy of Cooking, maybe Fannie Mae. Man, we're right up there at the top.
I just was going to say, I didn't even realize that.
Wow.
What do you know? But you know, one thing about our cookbook too is why I think people like it. It teaches basic, easy cooking. It's not a Julie Child's cookbook.
No.
It teaches you how to make mashed potatoes. It teaches you how to make soda crackers, how to make graham crackers, how to make
pancakes, taco seasoning, waffles, biscuits, how to
even just cook rice. We have in there how you can cook rice.
How to cook a baked potato.
Yes, how to use your drippings to make a gravy, you know.
You have to learn how to cook.
And use the food you have. And we have a whole section on how to use leftovers. To use that leftover food and stretch it and stuff like that.
Next, that goes into what I was going to say next.
Oh.
And by the way, our book is 25% off in the description below, so click on that link. But that goes into next. You cannot waste anything.
Yeah.
You will not be able to waste, and I mean anything.
Nothing.
Those milk jugs, they're going to be used for mini greenhouses to start your plants. The leftovers, I don't care how bad Mom's cooking was, you're going to eat it.
Fat grease from your hamburger that you fried, you stir it up and make it into gravy to stretch the food.
Yeah. Or save it to make some soap.
Exactly.
Or save it as a hand salve. Mm-hmm. You know, you may say, well, I don't want to put bacon grease on my hands. Let me tell you, when things collapse and you can't get oil, if you have grease left over, you're going to want to use that.
You take those cans of vegetables, you don't pour that juice out and heat up the vegetables. You pour that juice and save it to make a vegetable soup or something. You put in vegetable soup. You save every little bit.
Yeah. Things like peaches and pears, canned peaches and pear, you can use that juice in muffins.
Yes.
To add flavoring to muffins without a lot of expense. So you're going to want to use everything. Clothes are not going to be thrown away. They're going to be torn up and used for rags if they can't be handed down.
Yeah.
But they need to be handed down or mended first, and then they're torn up and used for rags.
Yeah. And you save the buttons off of them. You cut the buttons off, the zippers off of any of these worn out clothes. You save all that stuff.
Get to know people. Guys, I am always taking homemade bread, homemade brownies, homemade cookies to my FedEx man, my UPS guy, my mail lady, our neighbors, people at church, people at school. Why? Because we're trying to make friends in our new place.
Offer to help people to do stuff. If they're lifting something and they're having a struggle, go over and offer to help them with that. Just talk to people.
Just say hi. Wave.
I went to the bank and the lady was telling me she was going to go on vacation. Well, 4 months later, I go in there and I said, are you going on any vacations again? You know, and she said, I just got back. And she started telling me all about her latest vacation. People like visiting with you. Yeah. And I'm not doing it to get something for myself necessarily, but just to get to know people and be friends with people.
Yeah. And so people don't put enough into making relationships, and just waving hi as you're passing your neighbors, even just that alone, people will remember you.
Smile. I go to walk on an elevator. I walk down the sidewalk, and you don't know how many people do not smile first at me. I look up and I see them, and I will smile, and they almost pull back like, oh, and then they smile. Yeah. They're so surprised at having people just smile at them, you know.
Now, this next one isn't the nicest saying, but you're going to have to suck it up, Buttercup.
Oh dear, I can tell we're in
this
for
is
something
Atara's
good.
To Get It Together People
I don't
moment.
know what it is, but I can tell it's going to be good.
It's not going to be comfortable. It is not going to be comfortable. You are not going to be able to have your heat set on 78 and your air conditioning set on 62. You're going to be hot. You're going to be cold.
You're going to be tired.
You're going to be tired.
Exhausted, not just tired.
You're going to be in pain. And you're going to have to just suck it up and do the best you can. And whining and complaining and expecting the government to take care of you with these things, you're going to have to learn to depend on yourself, and your family are going to have to learn to work together to make it a more pleasant experience than it probably will be.
And you need to start practicing this now. The not complaining, not the whining, that type of thing. And other things. For example, if you keep the temperature up to 72 in the winter, start lowering it a couple of degrees.
Start going
for a month
70,
or so.
then 68.
Then go down a little bit more, and then you'll find you get comfortable. You get used to that.
Ours is on 64 right now. And every morning we wake up and it's 64 degrees in here.
Yeah, I turn mine at 60 at night. But see, I'm comfortable. I'm okay with that. And so you get used to it. Now it's hard on you because you're not used to it. But if you slowly do it now, when the crisis time comes, it won't be so hard on you if you start doing some of these things now, you know.
Yeah. Guys, go check out our 20 Things Every Prepper Should Hoard video. Our free practical stockpile cookbook, e-cookbook, is in the description below. Visit us at livingonadime.com, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.